Okay, Leon, thanks very much for coming along to meet all the Unison organisers today in what must be a very, very busy time for us. Could you explain to us exactly what the dispute is about between Leeds Unison, the refuse collectors and Leeds City Council?
The dispute itself is because the authority wanted to make free pay and grading cuts to our members' conditions of employment, which would have been up to a maximum of £6,000, which would have been 33% pay cut to some of our members. The lowest amount was £2,500 pay cut. That in a nutshell was the dispute about.
Right.
Obviously through the dispute, other things have been thrown in, like privatisation of the refuse service and issues around that. So
it's fair to say you're not only fighting against pay cuts of thousands of pounds, but you're also fighting a proposal led to privatise the service.
That's correct. I mean, that came out 3 weeks into the dispute. The proposals, because they say that the productivity level is 20% below the national average, even though there isn't a national average.
Right.
They need to privatise the service so the private sector can achieve that 20%.
And how was that seen by your members when that was announced?
That was seen by our members, that confirmation that this was all about a privatisation agenda, not necessarily a pay and grading agenda.
No. Barry, you've been on strike now for 9 weeks. What's it been like?
It's been hard, but it's we've had us fun moments as well, and obviously we're having to work with G&B, which is not always been a good thing in the past, but this time we seem to be getting on because people realise the relevance and the importance of what we're trying to achieve. So
you're all surviving and sticking together. And there's more people on strike now than there were at the beginning of the dispute.
We had a vote a couple of weeks ago, and the majority we got was bigger than the majority we got when we first went to take action. We got 92%, I think it was.
Why is that, do you think?
Because people have been made to fight for it, so they're going to fight now.
Right.
I think that if they've offered what we're offering at first without us having to put a fight up, people may have accepted that.
Right.
But because they've been made to fight, well, I think they've got that mindset now, haven't they? Oh, we're going to fight. If that's what you want, we're going to fight.
Yeah, so it's gloves off now.
Yeah.
And what's been the response from the public around Leeds and the council taxpayers?
Yeah, excellent response, because they've gone to take. People understand £6,000 out of anybody's wages. Even if you're on 40,000 a year, 6,000 quid's still a big drop. Yeah. And the support has been really fantastic.
Yeah.
They let us in the YEP and let us sense at branch.
Yeah.
So you don't get that far into a dispute normally. They always support you at the beginning of a dispute.
Yeah.
But once you start getting inconvenienced, then the tide turns, doesn't it, against you?
Yeah.
But with this, it hasn't turned yet.
That's good. Leon, what was the council tactics been throughout this dispute, and what have they been doing to try and defeat the strike?
The council tactics from day one. Originally they misread the dispute. They believed the dispute would be, one, that the G&B and Unison couldn't work together, and two, that the membership wouldn't stay solid, and they believed the membership would go back after the first week.
Right.
They then believed that the membership would go back after the second week. But at the same time, they also went out and brought in private contractors to do the refuse collection work.
Yeah.
They can't achieve even a fortnightly collection. They told the leader of the authority promised Leeds public that they will get a fortnightly collection. They haven't even achieving a fortnightly collection, and they're paying them a lot more money than what they pay.
So they seem really intent on busting the union then?
They do. They've also employed a large number of agency workers, and we're seeking investigations into that. Today, of all days, we're actually interviewing for temporary employees to do refuse collection in Leeds today and tomorrow. So their intention was at all times to break the unions, and that's what their intention was.
What would you say, Barry, what would you say to the people who are applying for these temporary jobs and they're intending to take them on?
Well, the younger end, which is what it will be, because they're being sent from the job centres, they've been told they have to apply kind of thing, you know, so you don't get your benefits. So they're going for it. But they don't obviously understand industrial relations, you know what I mean? They've probably born when minor strike was just taking place, you know, the young 19, 20-year-olds. And they haven't seen how the working man needs to stick with the working man. The rich always stick together.
Yeah.
Well, the working man needs to stick together, they need to take a lesson. You get the doctors and all the solicitors stuck together and never go against one another. Well, it's time the working man stuck together.
What are Unison looking for from Leeds City Council to settle this dispute?
I think what we said to the employer is that we recognise there's some issues that need to be addressed from their perspective. And what we expect in return from addressing those issues is our members not to lose money through the process.
Yeah.
We've said to them we're quite serious about looking at the attendance processes in the refuge selection.
Yeah.
And we're also prepared to sit down and work with them into increasing the productivity levels within that area of work in return for our members not losing any money.
Okay, well, the very best of luck to both of you. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much. Thanks for inviting us.